Go that way.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for our professional fights tonight. We're going to go back to the amateur ranks. We've got Gabriel Guillen out of Cheeto Training Camp. Again, this is going to be an amateur fight, so it's going to be 3 2-minute rounds with shin guards and headgear.
And introducing his opponent, fight out of the blue corner, representing Champions Muay Thai, Trejo. Brought to you by CALI Distillery, a Cali twist of American sipping whiskey. Check it out on the Instagram at CALI Distillery. We're followed by 3 rounds in the 155-pound weight division. Judges scoring at ringside, Halsam, Cecil Peoples, and Luis Cobian. Your referee calling the action in the ring, Jerry Noir. Introducing first, fight out of the red corner. He stands at 6 feet 1 inches tall, weighing at fight time at 154.6 pounds. Fighting out of Fullerton, California, representing Cheeto Training Camp, Gabriel Guillen. And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands at 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing at fight time at 154 pounds. Fighting out of Pomona, California, representing Champions Muay Thai, Trejo.
All right, here we go, troop. We're back to the amateur ranks. Again, 3 2-minute rounds with the headgear and the shin guards. We've got Gabriel Guillen out of Cheeto's Training Camp against Carlos Trejo out of Champions Muay Thai.
I'm always excited to see guys that look like they're relatively new to competing in the sport. They come out with smiles on their face, they come out excited to do this. You know, excited to see what these guys are gonna bring. Both guys look ready. I don't know how many fights they have, but judging by the headgear and shin pads, I'd say not a ton.
It's gotta be less than 3. I think that's what it is.
Both guys trying to kind of find their range, a little bit unsure of how to do that so far. I'd like to see both guys kind of come out, plant their feet, and start sticking their jab out there a little bit more to start finding what that range is. They don't necessarily need to start throwing too wild of stuff, especially these naked kicks. It's a little bit dangerous on them as you get a little bit more experience and see this stuff coming. Nothing beats coming out and establishing your jab.
A nice right hand there by Guillen. Followed up here, got him.
So one thing about amateur fighters is they don't really want to be touched at all. They do big motions to try and get out of the way of attacks. Instead of just covering up, sometimes absorbing attacks and firing back immediately. That's why they're both finding such difficulty in finding their range, because they don't want to be touched at all.
Oh,
but it's not realistic in fighting. There we go, now they're getting in and getting after it. Neither guy could find their range at range, so they both just stepped into the pocket and started exchanging.
A lot of times that's why you see guys' gas tank dwindle so quick, because they make those big explosive movements to get out of the way of those shots to avoid getting hit, and then it drains them more than anything.
Absolutely. Because when you move your body like that, your entire core has to tighten up so you can't breathe at the time. Versus if you shell up and you have good placement, you can still breathe while absorbing damage.
Good
nice
right
straight
hand.
right there by Gabriel. There we go. Both guys are getting a little bit more comfortable now and finding their range, so they're being a little bit more strategic about throwing their strikes.
Carlos got some good head movement there at the end of that combo. Good
I'd like to see
round.
both guys do a little bit better of a job keeping their hands up when they strike. Not sure who to give that round to. It's very close.
Yeah, that'd be another tough one to judge. There hasn't been any easy ones here tonight, Drew.
Definitely a lot of close fights. That's because of the great matchmaking here at FightersRep. During this little break, let's give another shout out to one of our sponsors, Beast Coast Unlimited. So something I'd like to see both these guys do a little bit better in this next round is to come out, plant their feet, hands up, and be a little bit more comfortable within striking range. And ideally, in my opinion, establish their jab. Their jab and their 2 straight punches. Everything else can follow after that. Big powerful hooks, kicks, and so forth. But to come out, plant their feet, hands up, good defensive position, and throwing straight attacks.
All right, here we go with the second round. Looks like both guys here seem to be a little bit more comfortable in the ring in this second round.
Absolutely, a little bit more combination use than just single strikes. The first round, especially early on, we just see single strikes, particularly kicks, where both guys are now using some of their kicks or their hands to set up kicks or throwing multiple punches at a time. It's very hard to land just individual strikes unless an opponent's really damaged. So you want to start setting it up, hiding attacks behind jabs, so you can't see the weight shifts of putting power into the punches.
There's a good leg kick there. He set it up with a nice leaping jab.
See, right here's where I want to see them both hands up, good defensive position, and able to throw strikes when they want to throw strikes. There we go. Both guys are getting more and more comfortable as the fight goes on.
Carlos is showing some good head movement though. Getting out of the... Just missed with that head kick. Oh, Carlos lands his own head kick. I don't think it sat too well with Gabriel.
Yeah, Trejo landed a nice head kick. Didn't have too much juice on it. But Guillen didn't seem to like it and came back and threw like a 6 or 7 punch flurry with Trejo against the ropes. Neither guy's landed any really significant strike yet though.
Nice inside leg kick.
They've been landing, but it's just been kind of touching. No big strikes really done much
nice
big
body
damage.
shot there.
Now it's Trejo pushing forward the pressure and trying to overwhelm Guillen. Guillen comes back with a flurry of his own, puts Trejo on the ropes.
Puts him in the corner, right in front of his corner. His corner's telling him to keep coming. Oh, these guys are trading now.
And now Trejo's got Guillen on the ropes. Now Gillen's got Trejo on the ropes. These boys are going back
the last 10
and
seconds.
forth. Another tough round to judge, man.
Oh, nice return there.
That was. Both guys are getting more and more comfortable. This third round should probably be the best round yet, as long as they got gas in the tank still. That second round was significantly better than the first.
It also should be the round that decides the winner of this fight here.
Yeah, man, I didn't see either round going to either guy. I have no idea what the scorecard is. It would be great to see live action scoring where we could see who's up going into the last round, because it would really change the way the fighters fight. If you know you're up 2-0, or that you're down 0-2, or that it's a tie, you might be going into the third round thinking you're winning, and you might not be. So it'd be so nice to be able to have a live scoring going into the third round.
Yeah, let's get on that, George.
Almost got a little distracted there for a second. Hello.
Here we go with the third and final round. Like we were saying,
Here we go, round
this
3.
could be the deciding round in the fight. A good inside leg kick
Guillen
again.
came out and did a good job pumping a few jabs out there, trying to start off his offense behind his jab, which is very smart. It's what I've been saying since the first round. Both guys should be doing. Again, Guillen throwing several jabs out there. There we go. More pumping of the jab by Guillen. His corner must have told him to make that adjustment coming into the third round. He's doing a good job of doing it so far.
Yep. So Gabriel's corner is asking him for uppercuts when Carlos comes in because he's ducking his head down. Instead of grabbing, he's asking for uppercuts.
And the reason he's ducking his head is because he's been getting stuck with a couple of those jabs. He doesn't want his face right there in the middle anymore. There's a little bit of blood coming out of Trejo's nose. I can't tell with the action going. No, I could. Maybe. It's hard to tell with the headgear on. I'd like to see more jab work by both fighters.
Oh, good.
I definitely think Guillen's starting to keep the pressure up.
Now he's got him in his corner.
This third round, the tail of this third round has been Guillen's jab, man. He came out, started establishing it. And Trejo's getting a little bit desperate with some of these attacks. I can't tell what the statistics are, but I bet Guillen's probably has about 3 to 4 inches reach on Trejo. And it's starting to show with this jab work and fighting at range.
Yeah, Gabriel's doing a good job now of going to the body too. He's mixing it up to the body.
Well, once he's established that jab to the face, it opens up so many things based upon how Trejo reacts. One of the things he was doing early on is he was ducking his head and coming forward. And we heard Guillen's corner calling for the uppercut because his face was down. Again, more jabs from Guillen. This jab has been really doing great things for him in this third round.
Yeah, here the last 10 seconds is gonna, I think, decide this fight. Oh, nice. What a great fight.
And again, both fighters banging it out until the final bell.
You're definitely right. There's blood coming from someone's nose. I just can't tell whose, but I know you said you saw something coming from Carlos's nose earlier, so that you could have been right.
Man, look at the back of Guillen's leg. He took some kicks on the leg. That's just some swelling, but some bruising back there. I didn't notice that.
I didn't either.
And that's a bad place to get kicked. Your leg's pretty conditioned on the front or the side and kind of on the front. Not so much on the back. You can see that right in the back of the knee joint.
Both corners think they've got this fight won, Troop, so who do you give it to?
It's a tough one to go. I mean, I'd say the only decisive round is the third round for Guillen, and it's behind that jab. So you saw a lot of growth in Guillen as a fighter. Just between these 3 rounds, he came out uncomfortable, throwing a lot of stuff, and not really ever finding his range or figuring out how to get comfortable and start establishing offense. Coming into that third round, though, he really started setting that jab up and using it effectively, and his entire offense in the third round was based around that jab, which is huge for him to start calming down, playing the game, and using his long-range weapon to set everything else up. Gabriel Guillen definitely looks like he feels like he won this fight.
Yeah, he looks fresh, like he's got a few more rounds in him. All right, let's go inside of the ring and make this one official.
All right, my fans, let's make this one official. After 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards for their decision. Judge number 1 scored the bout 29-28 for the red corner. Judge number 2 scored the bout 29-28 for the blue corner. And judge number 3 scored the bout 29-28 for your winner by split decision. From the blue
All right, there's your winner by split decision, Carlos Trejo. Let's go inside of the ring for the interview.
Great fight. How do you feel?
First and foremost, I want to thank my Lord and Savior. Everything is possible. I believe in the power of the Holy Ghost.
Hey knuckleheads, be sure to smash that like button, comment and share this video, and don't forget to subscribe to continue to support FightersRep.